Hello everybody. I'm trying something different today. So I've made some sketches here. I've made this kettle and then this other thing, one unfinished thing here, and this mace. So instead of making many different things at the same time and posting it as one video, I'm going to try to draw and color just this one, and then posting that as one video, and then probably going to do the same thing for the rest, because the videos I've been making, they just take too long. So I want to try to make it as fast as possible this time. I'm thinking of the same color scheme as this kettle for the mace handle. So I'm just blocking it in. This is done on a normal layer. And to color this, so to color this, you could make a selection and then fill it in one go, like with the paint bucket feature that Procreate has. Or you could also use a brush that's easier for just blocking in things. And the only advantage of doing it this way, because this is the brush I'm gonna use throughout the whole process, just this one single brush. I'm even smudging with it too. The only advantage of doing it this way is so that I can get in the mood of how the brush works. And if I've drawn for hours and hours and hours using the same brush, and I'm quite used to how it behaves, then I wouldn't need to just try to get in the mood again by filling in the flats this way. Okay, so the handle is done, and the crystal I'm thinking should be purple. So it's like a giant crystal that's stuck to a handle, and there are little crystals that have broken off on the sides, and they're just floating all around the big one, the main one. And although this shade of purple is looking a bit too cool and dark, what I was trying to go for is something more resembles pink. So I'm gonna have to change that later. See how I'm erasing with the same brush? Okay. Reduce the size to draw the smaller crystals floating around. Increase the size again. Color drop. Okay. So let's alpha lock this whole thing. And change it into this color, which is what I want. Something more pink. Okay, let's go back to the handle. So we're gonna do a lot of I guess eye dropping, because I want to just use similar colors as the cattle to make it seem like it's the same material, like it's bronze like almost. And I'm doing this all on a normal layer. So it's actually the same flat color layer, and I've alpha locked it. And I'm now just painting it all on the same layer. Let's go for something bright. And this is just different shades of the same exact color. So I have not shifted hues. Like I might go darker, more black, or more saturated, but it's still the same exact color. Okay, let's side drop over here. Could do with more saturation here and there. In fact, if there was a brush that I could use to just do this instantly, it would be great. To just apply very random patches of color everywhere. So I wouldn't have to. Just different shades of the same exact thing. It would be so nice. Reduce the size. Okay. Now time to blend some of it. There's a bit too much here, it's spilling over. There. And now I'm thinking of going near all the way white in some spots. Like this. This one needs to be darker a little. This plane here. Okay. Now let's add some glow. Luminance glow. Oh, you know what? Maybe a little darkness on the right side. And then color dodge. And linear dodge. Okay, that looks quite nice. Although the color dodge on this thing is a bit too strong. So let's go straight to linear dodge on these bits. Okay. The thing about sharp edges is it usually catches light, almost like it's a negative outline. So back to the previous brush. We're gonna do the crystal now. Same thing. We're just going to go darker. Darker first. I quite like this color of purple, actually, for magical, like crystal-like weapons, because it's inspired by Draenei architecture in World of Warcraft. And the thing about crystals is, especially ones that look like they have chipped away all over, like the one I'm drawing now, is that they're really just like the most random diamonds you could possibly think of in how they catch light. So it's almost as if no matter what you do, as long as you make sure you go from super dark to super bright, and if you make sure to have these sharper edges catch some light, in the end you will always end up with a realistic looking crystal. So let's put that theory to the test. So now I'm adding the more extreme darks. Let's blend, because it's looking kind of rough and textured. I mean, it's okay to keep them, just not everywhere. And when you blend, it's good to keep in mind to not make it look like it's too uniformly blended. So like you don't want to blend like this all the time. You want to blend sort of like this and like this and like this. Blend. Let's go back to this color. Blend. might seem like it's awfully boring and repetitive, but I promise you it will make sense. Not much longer now. Let's go super intense. Very saturated in some spots. Just putting it here and there. Randomly. Darker again. Maybe bigger. Blend. Now zoomed out, it looks quite nice already, but we're lacking some lights. Okay. It's good to not really just make everything look like it's overly smooth. So making bold strokes like this and then just leaving it as it is actually a good idea. Blend. Ooh, that looks so good. The second one, this one, we blend. The first one we leave. Maybe bigger one here somewhere. Oops. No, that wasn't supposed to be a blender brush. Okay. There. You know what now? And now, let's try doing the same thing as we did to the layers above. So we're gonna add a multiply layer. So we're gonna make it dark, super dark in some spots. Like this one. And I'm actually using the same exact color. Different shades of the same exact color. And now we add a color dodge layer, see what happens. There. I might even have to delete some of the multiply once here, just because it's kind of overly intense. Okay. And now we add on a linear dodge layer. Hang on. This one is kind of too intense. Okay. See what I mean? So all you need really is just to make sure you can go from super dark to super bright. You end up with a convincing looking crystal. And as always with these sharper edges, you can get very prominent highlights. You don't have to do it for every single sharp edge. Just a handful should be fine. I want this one to be quite strong here, so it sort of separates itself from the bigger crystal. And this one there, here. Okay. And another thing that we could also do is add some reflected colors onto the, well, everywhere else actually, because these crystals are supposed to be super bright and purple, so it's good to apply some of that purple onto the handle, because the handle is metallic anyway, so it's supposed to be reflective. It's supposed to catch light easy, you know. Let's see, we can add another glow. Where is it? Okay. About that big. Light brush. turn on the gray background. Okay. Well, that's looking kind of extreme. In some areas. There, now that looks nice. So what do I need to do now? I think I might have to delete again here. Because that part needs to be extra dark. Okay. Using this brush, let's just add, okay, so using this hue, a deep purples. Wherever necessary. Because it's not looking all that. It's not looking all that intense. Like we've ended up with a lot of glowy brightness, so it also needs darkness, because without darkness it won't really look all that glowy. Just to balance it out. So I'm adding deep purples on a normal layer at the very top. Oops, maybe here. Okay. Just get back some of that brightness over here. There. Go a little bigger for the shadows here. Blend a little bit. Okay, I think one more touch and we should be finished. That's a bit much. Okay. I think we're done. There. Have a good look. And thank you for watching. Hopefully this wasn't too long. So see you in the next video. Bye.